organization called Efficacy. We're based out of Hartford, Connecticut, and I speak all over the world about this particular subject, the drug war. In the last 3 years, I've spoken to over 500,000 people in some 670 venues all over the world. Canada, Europe, England, Australia, New Zealand, Colombia, the whole bit. This is my passion. This is what I do. Been doing it for in earnest, for the last 5 years. The workshop today is going to be just what it is, a workshop. What I want real participation from the audience to talk about this particular issue. Could you just pass that back to the girl back there? Are you in the class? Or
My name is Heidi.
Heidi.
It's my niece.
Okay. What was I talking about?
Participation.
Oh, participation, right. I want you to participate. What I'm going to do is to give you a spiel about the drug war. Here we are, late.
Hi.
No problem. Here you go, you're in luck. You got the last book. I want you guys to talk to me and give me your thoughts. I will give you mine. We've had almost 100 years of drug prohibition. We've had almost 4 decades of the war on drugs. Yet, there are more drugs at cheaper prices on our streets than ever before. We've spent $1 trillion in the last 15 years on interdiction alone. There are over 7 million people in our criminal justice system who are either on probation, parole, halfway houses, prison, or jail. Over 2/3 of that over 7 million people are young Black Latino males. 10% of the African American population is in the criminal justice system. Let me just hone this for you, and I'll talk about the state of Connecticut. And this plays out pretty much throughout the country and the world. Connecticut has a population of 3.5 million people. Black and Latino males make up less than 6% of that population. But they account for almost 68% of some 22,000 people in the prison system in Connecticut. 70% of them are there for drug-related charges. But this is the capital. 80% of the people that die from illegal drugs in the state of Connecticut are white. What is wrong with this picture? Now, that is the general overview of the drug war. That's just a general overview. Now, the subject at hand today is what we're talking about. Should there be reparations for the drug war? In your handout, I gave you 2 sheets of paper and a book. The 2 sheets of paper, the first paper look at the flow chart there. Okay, everybody have it? Now, you're supposedly at the top. Now, this is just, I'm going in general because I know a lot of you people in here know a lot more about the drug war than you being right there. When you look at what drug prohibition causes, the cure is worse than the actual disease. Now, what I advocate here about all drugs is I think cannabis should be legalized outright, and along with it, hemp. I think heroin, cocaine, methamphetamine, and ecstasy should be medicalized. And what do I mean by medicalized? I mean that the health professionals and doctors handle that. That's what I mean by medicalized. Heroin, cocaine, methamphetamine, and ecstasy. There are trials already at Columbia University where they're using the actual drug to, first of all, stabilize the usage of these drugs and watch these people, and when the individual gets ready to get off of this particular drug, they slowly but surely start decreasing the dosage. Think of it as when people want to stop smoking, they use a patch, correct? It's nicotine, it's a drug. But slowly but surely they start decreasing the usage of that nicotine and wean you right off. It's the same process. This heroin maintenance has proven to be very effective in Switzerland, and it's in Canada now. It used to be in the United States in the early 1900s, but the program was sabotaged because it was so successful.